Hi guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm Sam and today I'm going to be talking about my June TBR and I'm going to be doing some fun things now to help me get through my physical TBR. Let's get to it. So before we get to the new games that I would like to do with my TBR, I am going to go through my books that I already plan on reading with book clubs and just like high on my list get to. So first off is Beach Read by Emily Henry. Beach Read and Big Beautiful Life are the only books by Emily Henry that I haven't read yet, so I'm really excited to get to this. This book was picked by my Patreon, The Spark Society. It was really close between this book and another book, but Beach Read won out. I'm really excited because I really like Emily Henry. She is not as top of tier for me as others and a lot of my friends, but I do enjoy her books. My favorite books so far have been Happy Place and Funny Story, which I know that's hot takes. The other ones I enjoyed, but they just weren't my favorite. So I'm excited to see where Beach Read ranks in the Emily Henry list of things. Next, I'm really excited because I have the honor of co-hosting with my friend Jordan at Elaine Reads. Together, we get to co-host for Wendy at Wendy's Inspired Reads book club. She has a bi-monthly book club that is based on fantasy, romance, and historical fiction, which are three of my top preferred genres, and I've been loving her picks so far. And the book that we will be reading and discussing is This Woven Kingdom. I'm not going to attempt to read the author's name. I'm very excited that I will have the audiobook to help tandem read it and where I can properly learn to pronounce the author's name. I have heard so much about this series, like good things. And the fourth, I think, and final book, don't quote me on if it's the final book, but the fourth book is coming out very shortly, and the cover of the fourth book, I already am hoping that I absolutely love this series just so I can buy the rest of the books and pre-order the newest one coming out because it's so pretty. I'll try to post it here, but if you know me, I really don't know a lot about books going into it. But I'm a sucker for anything fantasy, so I'm excited to read this. To give you a little bit of an idea, it says, This Woven Kingdom is a story of clashing empires, forbidden romance, and a long-forgotten queen who must claw her way through darkness to reclaim her throne, rebuild her kingdom, and save her people from the half-lives they have been forced to live. Yep. Sign me up. Speaking of Jordan at Jordan Elaine Reads, Jordan has a Patreon book club, which is called Girlies Who Read Book Club, and they picked the book that the world is talking about right now, or at least one of them, and I am completely geeked. I already planned on reading this book this month because I need to know what the hype is about. And you could probably already guess what book I'm talking about just purely by the hype around it. But that's Shield of Sparrows by Devney, is that how you say her name? Perry? Like I said, I'm so bad with names. But yes, I have a sticker on still, but that is because I am lucky enough to have snagged a signed copy from my Walmart. I am beyond excited for this. I honestly bought it just for the hype. I actually pre-ordered it, and then when I got it, I was fortunate enough to go to my local Walmart, which I live in a very rural area, so the fact that there was a signed copy, I picked it up, and then I was able to gift my other copy to one of my friends. So I am so excited for this. I have not looked much into it either because I'm just going for the hype and the vibes, and I'm just gonna see how things go. The aesthetics are incredible. The cover pages, the inside, no other words. I'm hoping to participate in the book club Sleep When I'm Dead that's hosted by my friend Jessie. And I can't remember her co-host, but I'm so excited because she has picked The Missing Half by Ashley Flowers with Alex Keister. So if you don't know who Ashley Flowers is she is one of the co-hosts of Crime Junkie, and Crime Junkie has been one of my all-time favorite podcasts for years. So I am really excited to read another one of the Ashley Flowers books. So just to give you the tiniest little blurb about it, it says, two women haunted by their sister's unsolved disappearances band together in this captivating mystery. One thing I need to get better about doing is reading books from Kindle Unlimited. I begged my husband for a Kindle, and then I've only used it a couple times just because I have so many physical books. However, I am in my pirate era. I don't know what it is, but anything nautical, sirens, pirates, this time of year, like the summer vibes, I want that kind of like summery fantasy epic tale. And thanks to the help of TikTok, where I only searched like once or twice for pirate inspired books, my algorithm was filled with videos of books that I can get on Kindle Unlimited that sound like they would be amazing and they fit these vibes. So here are a list of them. First, we have To Kill a Kingdom, which actually my friend Maddie at This Bookish Cottage recommended this one. So props to Maddie for that one. So we have A Ship of Bones and Teeth, Daughter of Tides, and From Tormented Tides. Wow, I cannot say that. From Tormented Tides. Most of these I would have to get an Audible audiobook, and I do have a couple credits saved up, but we will see if I decide to use them or not to tandem read these. With that, I'll probably only read maybe one or two this month, but I'm hoping to get to all of them this summer. I'm really excited and hoping for all the nautical vibes. Next, I thought I would share my holds on Libby. These are just books that I'm hoping to either tandem read or just listen to, and I thought I would share with what is on my list. But actually 3 out of the 4 I own the physical copies of, and that's going to help me get through my physical TBR if I can tandem read them. As you can see, I'm not very far in the wait list for a couple of them, so we'll see if I'll get to them or not. So Our Infinite Fates I am second for. I'm really excited to get to this book. I've heard really good things about it. Where the Library Hides is the second book to What the River Knows, and I just read that this month. So while it's fresh in my mind, I want to finish up the duology, and I'm third. Then we have The Middle of the Night by Riley Sager, and I'm 8th, so we'll see if I get to it. You never know with holds and how many people like pass them along. And then the last one I have is Broken Country, which I am 32nd. So I don't think I'll get to it, but I thought I'd put it on there just in case, because honestly, you never know. And then my 5th and final hold is Beach Read too, because yeah, I only get 5 holds on my Libby. I only get 5 loans too. So think of me every time you put a hold on Libby if you have more than 5, because I am super jealous. Okay, finally we are going to get to my new little fun game that I plan on doing for my physical TBR. So I don't have like a fancy name for this. Should I have thought of one? Now I kind of feel like I should have thought of one. But anyways, what I did was completely rearrange my library so that any book I have not read, the pages now stick out and I cannot see them. I completely rearranged my shelves, and I will say I hate how it looks. So we'll see if I keep it this way or not and how much I like this experience. From there, I have a little spinner, and I am going to spin it to see how many of my physical TBR I have to read for the month. It only goes up to 4 because realistically, I can only read so much. So once I find out how many books I have to read, I am then going to draw from my little TBR book. It's not really a jar, but my TBR book. And in there, I have numbers 1 through 20, but sometimes I have multiples of them. So I have 1 through 20 once, and then I have like 1 through 10 two times. And essentially, I am going to draw a number and then count off. And then when I pick that book, I will start from the next book over and go down through my shelves. Also, I have sheets that say TBR cart, which that is all the books from my TBR cart. My TBR cart has pretty much my highest like want to reads on there, as well as some of the books that have been on my TBR in the past that I haven't gotten to. So if I choose a TBR cart, I get to pick whatever I want off of the cart. I'm letting myself at least do that. But yeah, anyways, let's see what I end up getting. Here's my little spinner, and I got 3. Okay, let's go pick the books. And now to draw my number, which this is my little 3D printed book jar. And I was really, just trying to find a good pick. And I forgot that I have this on 0.5, so you can't read that, but it is a 10. Now I am just counting all of the paper-sided books. Also, I was trying to figure out like this whole new theme and like plan, and I was like, okay, if I'm going to start from the top, I always need to start from the top. So I had to hesitate there and then double check. And this is my first book I pulled. Now let's draw our second book. And I got a 9. I seriously thought I was being so helpful. Sorry about that. I forgot that my room is so short that I have to 0.5 it to get everything together. So I went back to where I picked my first book, and then I'm counting 9 from there. The amount of shelf decor I have makes it a bit of a process to pick out my book. But here is my second book. And now for the third and last book of my physical TBR pick. Wow, I was really taking my time. And I started laughing because I got another 9. I made it down to the 3rd row for this last one. So if I remember correctly, next time I will try to start from the 3rd row. We'll see if I remember. And this is the book I got. I'm literally shocked because I forgot I even had this book. The first book I picked was The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is actually my husband's book, and I never anticipated reading it. I'm like, maybe one day. Well, apparently that day is going to be in June. I don't know a lot about what this is about, but I have heard really good things, and it has a really good rating. So it's been the winner of an Orange Prize for fiction, and I'm really excited. Next, I got When the Moon Hatched, which I actually started reading, oh my gosh, a couple months ago when Jordan had it for her book club, and I wasn't able to finish. It has been one that I really want to read and I haven't been able to get to, and my mother-in-law is actually like, I think this is like one of her all-time favorites. She said she's re-listened to the audiobook a ton of times because she's obsessed with it. So I'm excited to get back to it. I'm going to restart it from the beginning, and I am really excited for this one. So the last book I got is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I'm only laughing because I've had this book since high school, and I never read it, which honestly I forgot it was on my shelf, even though I just turned these all around. But yeah, it's so funny because I have my Twilight and my New Moon bookmark that I made in this book. Yeah, and I'm guessing it's more of like a urban fantasy. I mean, oh, look at even like the author of Twilight, Stephanie Meyer, said the Mortal Instrument series is a story world that I love to live in. Beautiful. I know it was like all the talk when I was in high school, and then I just never got to it, and then I really haven't heard much from it. The thing I'm most excited about with all 3 books is either on my Hoopla or Libby, I can get the audiobooks, which is so exciting because that will help me tandem read. And then that's 3 more books I can finish from my physical TBR. Now, while I feel like this game is going to help me read more of books I wouldn't pick for myself, as you guys can see, there's a lot of books that I have yet to read, and you haven't even seen like how full my TBR cart is because womp womp, I didn't get to pick from any of it. And yeah, it's gonna take me a while. I don't ever plan on getting my TBR down to 0, but I am bursting at the seams with books, so I would love to be able to knock some of these books out and decide if I can unhaul, because I will not unhaul books until I have read the book or at least given it a shot. So wish me luck. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking through to the end. I appreciate it so much. It really means so much to me and my channel. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do so. And if you made it this far, can you leave a little headphone emoji, because I'm going to be tandem reading and listening to so many audiobooks this month. I'm really excited. Let me know if any of these are on your list or if I brought any to your attention. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.